So in this video, I'm going to showing you how I organize my phone in next.js application. So first I create asset folder, and inside that I create phone folder, right? And inside that phone, I create index.ts. Great. So first I just found the font that I like on the Google search. Just find whatever the website you like. I believe this is all of this is just works. So just find it and download it, right? After you download the font, now just open the folder and then just search for the WOFF font extension, because this is optimized for web application. And DTF is basically font. This is used for normally for a desktop application. If you want to use that font for the web application, you can use WOFF, or the newest version is a WOFF2. So this is what we are going to use, right? I'm going to copy that and just paste that inside a font folder like this. So now we can use that font inside the index.ts right here. So first we need to import local font from the next/font/local, and then I'm going to export a variable called, I'm going to give a name font sans. It's going to be called sans, right? Just do that like this, and then set equals to local font, right? And inside in here we are going to specify the source for the local font is. So in this case it's going to be on the same directory. So I'm going to just enter this one, and then I just want to copy the entire file name, go back in here, and I'm gonna say a // and then just put the file name. Right after that I'm going to put the variable name so we can use that variable, and then in here I'm going to say a -- font, right? I'm going to call sans, just like this. And then now I'm going to save that, and we can use this variable inside the layout.tsx. So in here normally I use a utilities function called cn, right? If you just use setcn, this function is available by default. This is basically will merge the class name of the Tailwind CSS with some variable name, right? So let's go back to layout in here, and I'm going to use that right here. So I can say like I just want to remove this one, and I'm going to say cn, right? It's come from the lib/utils, and then inside in here I can put any class name I want, for example anti-alias, and also I'm going to say comma, and I can put this font called sans. So I can just import that like this. I can do .variable. Right, so now we can use that variable in here to wrapping all the children. And then now don't forget to putting that on the Tailwind config, because this will be reusable, so we can use that name font to whatever we want. So inside the theme extend, so we are going to add new font. So in here I'm going to say font family set equals to an object, right? So I'm going to give a name, let's say I'm going to call sans, and then inside in here we can put an array, and then we can put the variable, and just put the variable that we already create inside the index, which is this variable right here. Copy that name and then paste that right here, just like that. And inside in here we need to add basically the default value for the font. So for the default value, I'm going to get that from the font family.sans. So font family is basically come from the Tailwind CSS default. So I'm going to paste that right here, right? And as you can see, we get this error because we can just change that using import instead of using require. So let's convert that like this. So now we can use that font. Okay, so let's try it. I'm going to just copy this name and then go back to the page.tsx, right? And then in here, I'm going to say, for first, I'm going to go back in here and see what this font. As you can see, this is Arial, right? I can go back in here. I can say like class name. It's going to be used font des. And as you can see, now we have this call sans as a suggestion, right? Because we already adding that on the Tailwind config. Great. So now if I save that, and then as you can see, the font is changed, right? If I use this one, as you can see, it's font called sans. Great. So let's put another font, for example. So for example, I have another local font, so I can put that inside the font folder right here. As you can see, it's called gaze VF, and I just want to import that right here. So I can just copy this export down here and then just change this font name into font gaze, and also I can change this name of the source, which is gaze vf.woff2, and for the variable name I'm gonna say just like this. And now we can just put that font inside the layout, right? Just putting that on here, we can say comma and then font gaze like this. Of course, just make sure you import it, and you can say dot variable like this. And then now we can go to Tailwind config and just use that right here. I'm gonna copy and paste. This is going to be gaze. I don't know how to pronounce that, but and also the default value is fontfamily.sans. So now how to use that? Pretty simple. Again, we can just use this name right here. Let's go back to page, and then I just want to duplicate this one and then just use the font dash gaze, right? Just use that like so. And then if I see, as you can see, this is font gaze basically. Great. So how about the font that come from the next? Alright, we can also do that in here. For example, I'm going to import the inter font and also the Urbanis font from the next/font/Google, right? So of course we can just use that down here. So as you can see, I just want to paste this like so. So as you can see, I create variable called font sans. This is basically use font sans, right? Come from the next font Google, and then also the subset is going to be Latin, and also the variable is this one. So we can use this into our Tailwind config as well. So first, let's go back to the layout, and we are going to use the font sans and Urbanis into the layout. Okay, so let's go back in here. We can add comma. We can put the, let's do font sans like this dot variable, and then also we can put the other thing, which is font urban. So let's go back in here, paste that. Just make sure we import it, and we can say dot variable. So now we can use that font into the Tailwind config, right? Just copy and paste this 2 more times. I'm gonna change this to here into sans. This is going to be used the dash font sans, and for the urban is use a dash font urban. Alright, so now we can use that font into the page, right? Just duplicate this 2 more times like that, and now we can use the font sans, right? And also the font gaze, urban, right? Urban, just like this. So now let's take a look what we have. As you can see, this is a font called sans, font gaze, inter, and urbanis. And yeah, this is how I organize my font. This is look better in my perspective, but if you have better way to do that, just leave a comment in the description. So that's for this video. Hope this is helpful. See you guys on the next one.